Hey Sagittarius, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your second week of July reading and I'm using the Linestrider Tarot to discuss your weekly energy of the King of Swords and To Be Fair, which reminded me of John Oliver when that came out. But this is kind of like having Spock at your side to help you see the bigger picture logically and objectively. So at the end, I'm going to do a pick a card using Affirmators in love and relationships. So go ahead and set your intention now. Whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 will have a message for you. Or more than one, or all, wherever feels right to you. You can ask a question. You can leave it open. So, and I have asked when I pulled cards that there would be a message for everyone that comes across this video. But if you would like a reading all to yourself, my Etsy page is linked below. So this week you have the Lovers, you have the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So Sagittarius, we have two lovers sitting across from each other. Okay. The Queen of Wands and her Knight of Pentacles. But they are showing up in their negative aspects, showing up in the reverse. So there's a conflict that needs to be addressed with the justice of this To Be Fair energy. All right, I'm making a mess. Hang on, let me fix it. So you see, if you look up closely, it's like the scales. It's very much like the Justice card of tarot, where equilibrium can be achieved between the two sides. And once they do, you need to live happily ever after. That's what the Ten of Cups is. So this is such a positive outcome that's available to these two parties. The Queen of Wands is, I'm going to turn her upright for a minute, passionate, driven, creative, inspiring, extroverted, strong-willed, a shining light that attracts others. But she is being perceived as manipulative, resentful, jealous, someone who dislikes their life so much that they discharge their pain all over others, someone who just fills the room with their negativity. It's just, it comes out in their very tone of their voice, no matter what they're talking about. So the Knight of Pentacles is hardworking, committed, dedicated, perseverant, and handy to have around, and always will be loyal. But he's being perceived as stubborn, boring, cold, unpassionate, non-introspective, lacking in self-awareness or accountability. So as long as these two negative aspects sit across from the table from each other, accusing, pointing fingers, and just bickering, honestly, from deep in their own behaviors, triggers, projections, and perceptions, the union of the lovers can't be achieved. And this actually feels, the reading is kind of short because it feels complicated enough to me that it may require a moderator, especially with this King of Swords here. It's like someone that has no investment, no emotional investment, and that can cut through the bullshit. And if that's not a third party, then you or both of you need to access that in yourselves, to rise above and see the facts and see the true version of the other. So let's get your Affirmators. Okay, let me tune into Sagittarius. Okay, card 1 for Sagittarius. Boundaries. I claim my right to set healthy boundaries and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken and sometimes it's given. And sometimes if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day. Card 2. The Queen of Wands in her reverse aspect does have trouble respecting boundaries. And she'll feel that if you are setting a boundary, that feels like you're doing something to her, like it's a punishment of some kind. So in her healthy aspect, she recognizes that when you are taking care of yourself, taking care of yourself serves the relationship. And so as long as you're setting boundaries and doing your self-care, then you will be able to show up to the table fuller and better and healthier. All right, card 2, tact. I speak and act with care, remembering that impulsive words or a harsh tone could sometimes hurt others. If it feels like I'm walking on eggshells, I'll remind myself that those eggshells might actually be a shop full of china, and I might actually be a bowl. Then I'll remind myself to stop mixing metaphors. So that's where this excellent communication tool will come in. Card 3. Levity. Laughter is the best legal medicine, and it looks like it's time for you to take a sweet, sweet hit of it. When someone annoys you or a plan goes awry, try finding something funny in there. And if you ever feel like the butt of a joke, remember that the only difference between someone laughing at you and someone laughing with you is that the first version, you're not laughing. You always have the option, so opt to lighten up. It's legal in almost 200 countries. And that feels like a message for this reverse Knight of Pentacles, that you might need to lighten up. All right, if that's you. So, all right, Sagittarius, like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you next week. Thank you.